They've invested hundreds of hours and thousands of dollars, and in some cases rearranged their entire lives, all for cheerleading. These young athletes are superstars on social media, where legions of fans follow their every move. And now, it's game time. ABC's Bianca Goladriga headed out with them to the competition of their lives.
The hair is part of the show. If their hair is not done, it almost looks like a sloppy cheerleader out there, you know?
Today, Gabby Butler and her mom, Debbie, need every hair to be perfectly in place.
She's hungry, she's tired.
Or stressed.
Meanwhile, Michael Eddy is terrified he might miss the most important moment of his life.
Oh my gosh, it's stressful.
The fact that this is my last world intensifies everything.
Right now is basically do or die.
For Carly Manning, the pressure is almost too much.
I wouldn't want to disappoint people by giving up.
For these three world-class athletes, thousands of hours of training and countless injuries have all led up to this one day. Welcome to the World Championships of Competitive Cheerleading.
Do you believe in you? Yes! Do you believe in us? Yes! We are the best of the best! We are
No pom-poms in sight. Here, the risk is high and the stakes are even higher.
At any given moment, something can happen.
A single miss can cost the athletes and their families everything they've worked for.
I'm a mom who loves her kids above and beyond, and I will do whatever they want.
Our story begins in this Texas gym 2 months before the World Championships, where 15-year-old Carly Manning has been training for more than half her life.
Let's go, Wildcats!
This year, for the first time, she's made it onto the Wildcats. They compete at the most advanced level.
Practices are very important, especially here at Triathletics. That's where you're trying to earn your spot. We're all just trying to push to be on the team.
Her team is hoping that Carly's ability to fly to record-breaking heights like this will help them win back-to-back championships. And it's not a bad bet.
Up there, those are most of the medals that I've won over the years.
Carly's room is decorated with proof of her stellar track record. But for all these wins, this teenager has had to make some sacrifices.
Honestly, I haven't watched TV, and I cannot tell you how long. I think it's been like a couple of years.
Very busy years filled with very busy days. Most like this one start at 6 a.m.
I usually have about 16-hour days. Bye, Mom. I love you. Love you too.
First school and off to practice.
We're going to Triathletics. Basically, this is the only opportunity I have to do homework unless I want to stay up really late when I get home.
To make all this possible, she needs a chauffeur.
Carly spends probably as much time cheerleading as someone would a full-time job.
Carly's mom, Cindy, spends 15 hours on the road every week because of cheer.
Several times I have to remind Carly, hey, I'm doing this for you.
And with just a week to go before the World Championships, the schedule is about to get way more intense. And so are the practices.
When you come in here for the next practices, including if you got mono, if you had stress, if you have a broken leg and the bone is sticking out the side of your body, you have a smile on your face, and you fake it the entire practice.
You can do it. You can do it.
Flipping, spinning, throwing girls in the air, that's the dangerous part of cheerleading. I actually broke my right ankle. I've had various hamstring injuries. I want to do it till my body breaks.
1, 2, 3.
Her mom, however, does believe all this sacrifice serves a purpose.
How was practice? She learns so many lessons. She learns how to have a great work ethic, how to fully 100% commit to something, which she does do.
Carly is, after all, a straight-A student, but Cindy still worries her daughter might be taking this dream too far.
It's about 11:20 p.m. now, and we're just getting home from Triathletics. If I had to give up cheer or give up school, I would give up school.
Do what with your life?
I don't know.
Like, that makes no sense.
I don't know. Well, I want to cheer.
Cheer where?
True.
Okay.
Competitive cheer is a short-lived career. You can't go pro or win Olympic glory. But surprisingly, Carly has become a celebrity of sorts with almost 500,000 followers on Instagram.
That number to me is definitely mind-blowing.
Oh my God! I just feel like Gabby Butler.
Gabby Butler is also a cheerlebrity. She even has groupies.
Oh my God, she hugged me! It's such a nice feeling, like in my heart. It really does make me feel good, even though sometimes I'll get like a little annoyed or like I'll feel like overwhelmed.
This kind of fame is not what drives her to keep flipping.
7 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4.
I love like performing, and I love just doing my best and being with my team and like making memories out of it.
And she has a lot of them. She has been cheering since she was 8. Because of her extraordinary flexibility, this Florida girl was recruited by one of the most elite teams in the country, based in California.
Gabby is completely addicted to cheer, and she loves it from her soul. It's like her oxygen.
To further Gabby's cheer dreams, her mother made a difficult decision to split up the family, moving across the country, leaving her husband and 2 other children behind.
Living away from my husband and my children is extremely hard. We're a very tight-knit family, so it's basically taking our hearts and putting them on the other side of the country. I think it's so funny how you guys all hate doing your hair.
I like it for competition.
Their home away from home has become an accidental cheer house. Debbie is den mom to a handful of teenagers at any given time.
It became like the Grand Central Station home.
Here they eat, breathe, and sleep cheer. But it's pretty tight quarters. They're all forced to get very close. Sometimes Debbie even has to sleep on the couch.
I'm just a mom. I'm not a cheer mom. I'm a mom who loves her kids above and beyond, and I will do whatever they want. We need to finish this list.
In order to raise a star like Gabby, she must manage every last detail of her daughter's life.
You need lashes, right? I'm completely stressed out now because
From what to pack,
I have everything everywhere. I don't work. This is my job.
to the color of her nails.
Let me see. Just a little more. Because they tumble. Do you know what tumbling is?
If it was up to me, cheerleading would just be like slick back ponytail with natural makeup.
Unfortunately for Gabby and her mom, cheer involves a lot of primping.
Gabby, I need
Can
you to
you
put
not like touch my face?
Gabby, seriously, my back is out. You know this. And if I have to move your head one more time, I'm not going to do it anymore. I can honestly say that I have fought more with my children than anything over hair. Let me push it forward.
No, no, no.
Okay.
And it's taken more than just an emotional toll.
How much money would you say over the years you've spent on supporting your daughters in cheer?
We're definitely in the hundreds of thousands for the 3 girls in the last 8 years.
A lot of this money is spent on traveling to competitions. Luckily, though, for this cheer family that's split across the country, it's a perfect excuse for a reunion.
I'm seeing my dad and my sister for the first time, and I'm really excited. I haven't seen them in like forever.
It's very much about being together as a family and enjoying the time and just kind of supporting each other.
We do make a big sacrifice, but like we're doing it because we love it.
Gabby is getting made up yet again. This time for a photo shoot where she meets up with fellow cheerleader Carly.
Oh my yes!
I've always wanted to meet her.
I know, I've always wanted to meet you too.
Just never came around.
Like real celebrities, they too can be casualties of their own fame.
People do definitely see things on Instagram and Twitter and jump to conclusions really fast, and then that comes with stories and rumors and things like that.
Carly and her boyfriend Matt are the reigning cheer couple online, with a dozen sites devoted to their relationship.
That makes me feel so bad for celebrities, honestly.
I used to look at those magazines and be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe she did that, until I was in this situation where I was under a little microscope.
But they are still kids, exposed to the danger that can come with this kind of attention.
So when you read comments that people say, get in my bed.
Yeah, that's a little like over the edge.
Does it bother you that there's so much sexualization of the sport?
Cheerleading is one of the most like sexual sports, I think, because you know, you have cheerleaders walking around in half tops with their stomachs showing.
We don't dress that way for attention. We dress that way because that's our wardrobe.
I love him being a cheerleader.
Mom, don't say that word.
Michael Eddy is also a budding cheerleader, but he's not your typical cheerleader.
He was a football player, but yeah, he was better than the high school cheerleaders that were cheering for him.
I've done so many sports, and this is the hardest sport that I've ever done.
He actually turned to cheer because of football.
I wanted to learn how to do a backflip if I ever scored a touchdown. Football, because it's like a brotherhood, but cheer is just, you know, it's performing, it's going in front of a crowd and feeling like a rock star for 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
4, 5, and 7, up.
Being a male cheerleader has its challenges.
At first, I didn't want anyone to know I was a cheerleader. I was scared to get made fun of. I didn't want to be like that kid who was denying something. And so I decided, I was like, okay, if anyone asks me, I'm going to own up to it.
Michael Eddie's family had little trouble accepting his decision because they were already a cheer family. His sister was in part his inspiration.
I thought cheerleading was a thing that girls did. But once my son was involved, I saw the conditioning that they had in this cheer program. I developed a lot of respect for cheer.
Now at 19, Michael Eddie is about to age out of his team, so the upcoming World Championships are his final hurrah.
I got a 3rd consecutive world title I want to win. I got to be a good leader on my team. Let's go to In and Out. Come on, everyone's coming. I don't really want to be distracted right now. This is my last year. I want to make it solid.
For Gabby and Michael Eddie, it's their last chance to practice at home before they have to defend their world title.
Do you guys want to win? Do you want to hit? Do you want to feel confident?
But they're not looking like the champions they are known to be.
This already should be perfect. There's no reason why stuff is falling. 3, hit, hold, good, 1.
After 3 mistakes, Coach Eddie has had enough.
3, 4 mistakes in one section is not acceptable. They're running to the end of the alley so you can cool off a little bit, so I can cool off a little bit as well.
It's definitely punishment. Hopefully we won't do that.
Next, training time is over as the day that counts is finally here.
Oh my gosh, it's stressful.
Everything is on the line, but what if things go wrong?
Right now is basically do or die.